you ever picked up a game expecting a quirky little oddball and then realized partway through that it's doing something way more interesting than you expected? That was me with the latest indie release, Demonschool. It's stylish, it's weird, it's sharp, and it's one of those games that quietly sinks into your brain until you're thinking about it even when you're not playing. Between its Halloween horror aesthetic, snappy writing, and almost puzzle-like turn-based combat, this game has a distinct identity that goes beyond the generalization of simplified Persona meets Fire Emblem. Today I'm sharing my review after playing on the Nintendo Switch 2, what I loved, what surprised me, and what might not work for every player. And spoiler alert, don't get this game on Switch just yet. Hey friends, I'm Autumn. Welcome back to Cozy Cartridges, your corner of the internet for gentle gaming, reflective reviews, and adventures that warm the heart. Or, in today's case, summon a demon or two. If that sounds like your vibe, grab your favorite snack or drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. So before we dive into everything that Demonschool does well, I need to give you a heads up. At the time of this recording, the Switch version is not good. Or at least the Switch 1 version running on Switch 2. I had my first crash a couple of hours into the game, but because I constantly save and there's also autosave, I shrugged it off. I mean, it wasn't ideal, but it didn't cost me very much progress. Then, about 2 days after launch, I booted up my console and saw an update downloading for the game, and I got so excited, and I thought, oh wow, the devs are so on top of it, they're already patching up the game. Yeah, well, let me tell you, that excitement was short-lived. Things were smooth for a little while, but towards the final stretch, the crashes became constant. I'm talking crash as I'm about to kill a boss constant. Like, I can't advance this relationship with this NPC constant. Like, just after several attempts and several crashes, I gave up and I said, okay, I'm going back to playing Dwarf Romantique. Like, I'm done. And if you've been on this channel before, you know Autumn needs to finish her games. So I'll update this recommendation when patches arrive, and I really hope they do soon. But as of right now, I can't recommend this on Switch. And it could also be a thing of a Switch 1 game not running or not optimized for Switch 2, but at this point, I am too frustrated to test out that theory. For all my PC gamers, because I know there are some of you out there, let me know down in the comments below if you've played this game, if you've been playing it on your PC or your Steam Deck. Have you had any experiences with this? Have you had any crashes yourself? Like, is it buggy? What do you think? Like, let me and everyone in the community know. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get back to what Demonschool does do well. Because behind the terrible Switch crashes, there's a really intriguing story and gameplay here. Demonschool opens up with Faye, a first-year university student, arriving on Hemp's Island, an academic setting where something feels a little off from the very beginning. Students whisper at disappearances or strange creatures flickering at the edge of campus life, people can't seem to remember things, and the whole island carries this eerie, haunted tension that never quite tips into outright horror. Faye comes from a long line of demon hunters, so she's not exactly shocked when things start getting supernatural, and in fact has come to the island prepared with a prophecy in hand. Before long, she forms a quirky and lovable group of friends who join her in uncovering what's happening at the university, and in attempting to stop the looming apocalypse that was foretold 2,000 years ago. Some of these characters are a little standoffish at first. I'm talking about you, Best Bud Namako. But the game lets your relationships grow naturally. You start with only a handful of allies, but your roster of party members and friendship or romance options quickly expands as the narrative unfolds. Like, what do I even do with all these people? And that brings us back to the story itself. What makes it work isn't that it's dark or gritty, because it isn't, not always. Instead, it leans into a tone that's sardonic, strange, and unexpectedly charming. The dialogue is snappy and full of personality. Instead of long monologues or heavy exposition dumps, conversations are brisk, expressive, and entertaining, which keeps the pacing lively and easy to follow. If you enjoy the supernatural school vibes of Persona, but want something breezier, punchier, and way less than 100 hours long, Demonschool hits a very sweet spot. I wish I could tell you exactly how long it takes to complete the game, but I can't until it gets patched up. Nonetheless, the game is fun, quirky, and memorable without ever overstaying its welcome. And speaking of Persona, between missions, you'll explore the campus and the surrounding island in a structure that is definitely reminiscent of the beloved series, but in a way that's far more streamlined and digestible. Each in-game day gives you a few pockets of time to pick what you want to do. Cook with friends, sing your heart out at karaoke, hit the gym to deadlift, fish, race beetles. Yep, you heard me correctly. Pet a dog, rummage through junk piles, or just wander around chatting with random NPCs. It's light, simple, and intentionally minimal. Demonschool isn't aiming to be a full school life sim. It's more like a snack size take on one. Bite size, fun size, you know. Exploration never becomes overwhelming, and for players who love Persona's time management loop but want something gentler and shorter, this, like I said, hits the sweet spot. It keeps the rhythm of the day flowing, breaks up the battles nicely, and gives you a sense of routine without the pressure of optimizing every minute. And while these systems may be especially appealing to players who enjoy the social side of JRPGs, the real star of Demonschool is absolutely the combat. Combat in Demonschool feels completely unlike anything else I've ever played, and it definitely took me a minute to wrap my head around. It's turn-based and simultaneous. You plan out each character's movements and actions, then watch the whole thing play out in one chaotic, satisfying sweep. There's no experience gain, no level grinding. Every character is a pure test of strategy, and you're graded on how well you perform. It's not about lightning fast reactions. By the way, did you catch my video on turn-based versus action RPGs? If not, go take a look at that. It's about smart, thoughtful planning. The game expects you to think. Enemies hit harder than you'd expect for something this stylish and quirky, so positioning really matters. Team synergy matters. Every character has a unique ability that makes you constantly rethink your approach. Stunning enemies so that they can't strike back, pushing them into hazards, triggering chain or combo reactions, lining up perfect knockbacks. There's always some clever little interaction to experiment with, especially when you've got a full roster of 15 demon hunters. The encounters are short, snappy, and beautifully designed. No sloggy 40-minute plus maps, like certain Fire Emblem battles we all know. And the best part, if a map really overwhelms you, you can skip it once all your teammates are dead. A nice little safety net for all my cozy gamers. If traditional turn-based combat is like reading a gripping novel, Demonschool is more like sitting around a table with a brilliant board game that keeps throwing surprises at you. For me, it felt fresh, inventive, and genuinely engaging from the moment it clicked. As much as I enjoy Demonschool, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind. The social systems are very light. If you're expecting Persona-level relationship depth with long scenes and complex arts, you're going to find this a little too shallow. Combat is clever and strategic rather than fast and flashy. Think of it like solving a puzzle. Every move matters, and some encounters can throw you for a loop. The game moves fast. Chapters are short and the story pacing is brisk. For me, it's a nice change up from the longer JRPGs I play, but if you like to linger and soak everything in, this might feel a bit rushed. The artistic style is bold and unusual. Sharp, striking visuals with a quirky edge. I personally love it, but again, this might not appeal to everyone. Demonschool is unique, stylish, and wonderfully self-assured. It's compact, clever, and full of personality, offering a blend of tactical combat and gentle school life structure wrapped in the cozy horror mood of a perpetual autumn semester. You know, with the end of the world coming. If you love turn-based strategy, enjoy offbeat writing, or want something that feels quirky and comforting, this is absolutely worth your time. Once the devs patch up the Switch version, that is. Let me know down in the comments if Demonschool is on your radar, or if you've already picked it up and have been playing it. I love hearing from y'all. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification for more weekly cozy gaming content. I really appreciate all of your support. Until next time, may your plans be clever, your battles satisfying, and your semester demon-free.